looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So the Michigan State Spartans offense takes the field for the first time today. And all eyes will be on this man because he is electrifying every time he touches the ball.
I mean, so much fun to watch. Can hit home runs, can make big plays. Everything in this offense starts with that grown man.
What I really like about him, too, is he's versatile, right? He can carry the rock, he can catch the football, he's good at blocking. This guy stays on the field for a reason.
He breaks a tackle, running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. And the Spartans want to crank the tempo. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Scanning the field, it's Landry. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. The Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. Now on the return. Slips through the line. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. So Oregon's offense will have its first possession of the game. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be peeking that way from the free safety position.
Yeah, he's been watching the film. This dude in the middle, man, he can light people up.
Oh, he's going to go up top. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And after that touchdown, you can barely hear yourself think. Autzen Stadium, one of the most special places in all of college football, and easily one of the loudest stadiums, is now going off. We've all called games here before. We love coming to Eugene. This place is magic, and it's because of these fans.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Looking for a man. It's Landry. Quick strike complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Spartans in the hurry-up. This guy fits that Spartan quarterback mold, a guy who makes plays, a Jeff Smoker, a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, a guy that you can depend on. You got to find that guy that can complement who you are and what you are, and so you can get a lot of the fans going, go green, go white. Find the complementing quarterback to this offense.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Unleashes quickly on the slant. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Wants to throw on 3rd. It's complete to the right. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. The Spartans will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive really productive, David, wound up
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
The Ducks with the 1st and 10. They'll try the right side. At the 45 on his way. Nothing but green ahead. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon! You know they love their track at Oregon. And when the gun goes off and he has open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he capped it off with a 65-yard touchdown run. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Spartans line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He turns that loose down the right side. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
Great throw, great catch. I know you smelt the pylon and you wanted to get the end zone, but now you got 1st and goal, set up in a great position to succeed.
They'll run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Just a little off. Incomplete. not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, it's Landry. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy. And that offensive coordinator
Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right. Offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but
Worry.
this is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
And he was able to get away. But plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
And how about that 3rd down? They go 5 wide. They've spread the defense out, and at quarterback there, you're just trying to find your best one-on-one matchup. You're making a quick throw, and you're picking up the first to keep the drive going.
Leaves it with the back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. And he is stopped behind the line, and that's how we'll finish the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. He's looking downfield to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He's looking for a man on second down. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. And the Ducks will hustle to the line. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He'll take another shot here. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is four-down territory. The offense still on the field. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that 6'7".
He's taking the shot. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
The give out of the gun. He's there to make the stop. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. They're bringing heat. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. The Spartans will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Back to the air one more time. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way with the defense.
What a snag by the defense. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
From the gun, running back gets the give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. It's caught downfield. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Sparty. Talk about a breakdown in coverage. That might be the easiest catch he'll have all day.
It doesn't get much easier than that, except the hardest part about this is the walk to the sidelines, because then you have to justify what happened, and your defensive coach is going to be just a smidge upset that you left that guy wide open in the end zone for the big play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Southern Miss is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by a field goal over Georgia State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Give him 96 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Using the quick game. Makes the catch and knockdown. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Trying play action. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Stands in and takes the hit. And the ball is intercepted. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Quick release by the QB. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Quarterback by himself in the backfield. To throw, it's Landry. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Looking to move it through the air. It's complete. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartan.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Maybe feeling a little better about things. Still a 21-point game as they're set to kick it off. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the returner is stopped. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse? Going to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Skips away from pressure. He'll pull it down and run. Space at the 25. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Man, it's so nice to have a weapon like this at quarterback. It dictates coverage. You want to play man-to-man? Everybody turns their back. Watch him pick him up, put him down, shoot.
And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
He makes the catch. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get
going for it all. And he reels it in at the 15-yard line. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. A 1st down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Fires fires to the wideout. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
3rd and Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that first down, makes the big mistake.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Eugene as we say hello from our broadcast studios. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in Autzen Stadium.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They open this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made it.
Sends it downfield. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. He's looking to pass. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And the Ducks want to move quickly. Feeling some heat. Might be looking to run. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. The 50. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Sparty. And the defense doing work.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ohio is getting hooked right now at home, and it's all over but the crying. A lopsided affair filled with miscues and missed tackles. They're trailing by 19 to Toledo. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Makes the grab down the left side. Got a lot of running room. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Oregon! This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon is trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Back to pass, it's Landry. Just gets rid of it before the heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man to the left. Open runway ahead. At the 20. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
That route is a man beater, and the quarterback knew exactly where to go with it. He got the look he wanted, put it out in front of the receiver, let him do the rest, yards after the catch, setting up 1st and goal.
They'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Spartans! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down. This is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And the extra point is good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Coming after him. Complete to the left. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down. The Ducks headed quickly to the line. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up. He uncorks one deep. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner will be brought down. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Getting some heat. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on it today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass on second down. He's going to take off. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. This is a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Trying to beat the D deep. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And the defense just gets their fourth sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week, too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
Breaks out another sweet move and gets it down to the 40.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Oh, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. This quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. This game must be moving. For this quarterback, he sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker, you can tell. Locked in on the quarterback, chases him down, gets to him. Not only gets to him, doesn't let him break a tackle, gets him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
Quarterback extends the play. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast. You saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit. And it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. And the offense sticking to its 4th down beliefs. Just 1 for 4 so far today, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown Ducks! And the route is on. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Washington State was able to come away with a hard-fought victory in Pullman. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. The Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Oregon!
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pub up, and this guy got a lot of that pub, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams, you can see the speed, you can see the wheels, and you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
Running the daylight from inside his 25, and the returner will be dragged down. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
Hines is tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. It's a pretty good day.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Spartans decide to punt it away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field.
Hold it. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense getting set for first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the next stop.
Give him 109 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. At the 40, there he goes. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Trying to show their strength with the run on fourth down. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. The Ducks look to keep this drive humming. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Ducks! And the punishment has been extended. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4 and
always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
How about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mech.
Picked off. Gets away from one. He's got space. And he's out of bounds at the 2. Almost a pick 6, but they're set up on the doorstep.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive.
And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Wants to throw on first down. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And the ball slipped out. And the defense snatches it, and they're trying to flip the field.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing.
Got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. He's looking to throw it. Fires left. And he intercepts it. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
A big part about playing the quarterback position is turning the page, playing the next play, not letting bad plays beat you. And that's his first career interception in college football, so that's going to sting. But now you've got to get back out there and lead your team.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. The offense lining up for a first down play. He wants to throw. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Oklahoma State looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. He's going to pass. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Complete to the back. Mark down at the 26-yard line. Brings up second down.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought he was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the returner will be knocked down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Ducks are in the hurry-up. They'll throw it on first down. Trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They get to the line quickly. It's complete to the left. Headed to the end zone. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
Timeout, Oregon.
I know I've never seen this before. The punt team on the field in the red zone, they're in scoring position. I mean, trick play's coming, right? And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he puts through the extra point.
That makes the score Oregon 84, Michigan State 42.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick it away.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody.
And that pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. Now this offense is back on the field. He'll start this drive firing. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been...
I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. One more play to pad the stats. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Oh, he wants it all. Final pass falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different